afraid to make mistakes in the kitchen? Do you not feel like a creative cook? Do you not know how to cook Mexican traditional dishes made easy? Well, look no further because you've come to the right place. If you follow my steps and you have freedom in the kitchen and you choose to be creative and it doesn't work out, you can blame it on me. Today we are making enchiladas or tacoladas. They are delicious, simple, and easy with delicious rice and amazing topping. We will be having pickled onion. So if you want to see how easy this recipe is, keep watching till the end. This is my invention of a flauta, chicken flauta, combined with an enchilada to make it the best possible outcome and meal. Have you ever tasted enchiladas and how sometimes once you're done making them, they start to get soggy? So I've solved your problem. So we're gonna start off by making our fresh chile. In here I have about 2 Chile California and 2 Chile Guajillos. And depending on what you like, that's the type of chile that you're going to add. So for example, the Chile Guajillo is a little bit spicier, so I feel like adding both the Guajillo and the California is gonna give it a good balance. So I'm gonna remove the stems and put it on my comal. On my comal, I put foil and then I sprayed a little bit of olive oil. And my chiles are gonna be ready right away. As soon as they can smell the chiles, I'm gonna remove them. So I'll show you how to do that. So we're just gonna put these here. And then I have a little bit of red onion that I'm gonna put on here, and you can use yellow onion and 1 peeled garlic clove. So now my chiles are done, and I can tell they're done, and they've only been on my toaster on really low heat on the comal rather, on really low heat for about less than a minute, and I can smell it, and I rotated them, and they're darker. And this is the perfect time to remove them. I'll let my onion and my garlic on the comal for a little bit longer, but we're gonna be blending this in our Vitamix. I toasted all of my ingredients in under 10 minutes. This is gonna be a super easy and fun recipe for you and your family. So now I'm gonna add all of my chiles tostados, my toasted chiles, my browned garlic in here, my onion, and to flavor this and as a liquid, I am going to be using my chicken broth. My fresh chicken broth. And since we are making chicken enchiladas, you too will have fresh chicken broth. Or enchitacos, right? Or tacoladas. Okay, so I think that's enough liquid. If I need more, once I blend it, I'll add more. But for now, I'm gonna season gently with a little bit of salt. And I don't need that much because I already seasoned my broth. I'm also going to be adding the onion powder and the garlic powder. And that's it. Now I'm gonna blend on high. You guys, I just finished blending my enchilada sauce, my fresh enchilada sauce for 1 minute. And because I'm using the Vitamix, I don't have to strain. So we are gonna skip all of those unnecessary steps. I did add 1 more cup of my broth and a little bit of chicken consomme to flavor my chile. Now I'm gonna show you how smooth this is without straining. Look at this pour. Look at this pour. No straining. For my chicken that I'm gonna be using in my enchiladas, I let my crock pot do all the work. It boiled on high for 6 hours. I boiled about 6 chicken breasts. I've already shredded them, and the broth that I've been using so far is coming straight from here. To season it, if you want to see how I seasoned it and flavored it, you can click on the link down below to view the complete recipe, and it's all written out for you. You can also watch a video that's going to be posted right here on the end that's going to show you step by step on what I added. But pretty much it was just onion, garlic, consomme, my staple seasonings, salt, and garlic powder and onion powder that went in here. I have my clean chicken breast in here that I've already shredded. To this, I went ahead and added 1 cup of chicken consomme, the liquid chicken consomme, to add to add moisture to my chicken. And now what I like to do to prepare the meat for the enchilada, because I want to make sure that the meat has perfect flavoring, I like to color the meat. So I color the meat by adding some of my enchilada sauce onto my meat, and then I taste for flavor. And if it needs any salt, then I go ahead and add it, because I want my meat to taste amazing in the enchilada. So I just tasted my meat, and I want to add a little bit of garlic salt or garlic powder, a tiny bit of consomme to enhance the flavor. Chicken consomme. So see, I'm not adding that much. And then, since it has a little bit of liquid, it's going to be easier to mix and to integrate all throughout. A little bit of onion powder. Now I'm going to give it a mix. I went ahead and added a little bit of salt because it's missing some salt. And because my seasonings were not distributing as well as I wanted them, I added a little bit more chicken broth for the liquid to help with the distribution. My chicken is only moist, it's not soaking wet. It's just moist, and I'll show you what it looks like. So to flavor our meat, I added these seasonings, and you can add these seasonings, the salt, the garlic, the onion powder, and the chicken powder consomme to your liking, along with the sauce that you made. So this is what it looks like. So you can see that it's not soaking wet, and it has a little bit of color, and that's what you want. Because when people bite into your enchilada or your tacolada, you want it to taste, you want the inside to taste amazing, right? So right now, this tastes amazing, and it only took me a couple minutes to flavor it. For our corn tortillas, we are going to be using Romero tortillas, and this is gonna be easy recipe. So we're putting this in the microwave for like a minute until these are good to go. And then I have about 20 tortillas right here. Then once I'm done warming them up, I'll show you the next step. When Mexican moms see you cook, traditional Mexican moms, or my mom sees you cook with all of these shortcuts, they might say, no seas huevona. I'm like, no soy huevona, soy inteligente, ama, estoy ahorrando tiempo. So my tortillas have been in the microwave for about 3 to 4 minutes, and they are just, ooh, I can't hold this plate, so hot. And they're flexible, and that's what we want. We want them to be flexible. So now that they're flexible, I have my station set up. I have my salsa over here that I made, and then I have my oil that's been warming up, extra virgin olive oil from Costco, and my mozzarella cheese right over here, along with my chicken. We're gonna get as much chicken as you want, like that much. Best part of these enchitacos or tacoladas is that I'm not gonna use any toothpicks. In fact, I'm just gonna place this part right here of the taco onto my oil like this and hold it for a couple seconds. And that's how I'm gonna maintain and retain its shape. Actually, I'm going to let them sit in the oil for a couple minutes so that they can form a little bit of a crust, hardened crust or taco shell. And you can do it to your preference and liking. So I'm gonna show you what mine looks like and how brown I make it. The secret to making the perfect flauta, you see here, there are no toothpicks involved. And the secret is to, when you put the meat on the edge of the tortilla, you wrap it tightly and then you hold it in place. You hold it in place upside down so that the flap can be facing down on the oil. And so when you do that, the whole time that I was making the flautas, even right now for my last batch, my heat level is between 4 and low. So it doesn't go beyond that. So it just gives me the flexibility of controlling how brown I want my flautas or enchitacos or tacoladas. While I was cooking my enchitacos or tacoladas, I was rotating them on every single side. I was rotating them on every single side so that the hardness of the enchitaco and the tacolada can be uniform all the way around. Now I have my sauce and it's nice and warm. Technically chicken flautas ready, right? That we are going to convert and transform into tacoladas or enchiladas. And this is my favorite part of it. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab each one, dip it, rotate it, and I'm done. I'm placing it right back into my pan. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? I'm going to repeat my process and I'll show you what the end result looks like. And as you can see, my enchiladas or tacoladas have now been dressed and garnished with our beautiful salsa and delicious salsa. So at this point, I'll be adding the remainder of the cheese. And I am using mozzarella. Usually I like to use mozzarella mixed with queso fresco, but I didn't have any queso fresco, so I'm using what's in my fridge. So this next step is optional. Some people like to stick it in the microwave, stick them in the microwave and allow the cheese to melt. I've been allowing my oven to preheat at 350 degrees, so I'm going to be placing them in my oven for about 15 minutes. And now for my toppings. For my toppings, I love to make pickled onion. And the way that I make it is I got 4 limes. I got 4 limes. It was limes. I got 4 limes. I squeezed the juice of the limes in here. I got the onion that I had, which was a red onion or purple, however you say it. I got that. I got about 3/4 of that, and then chile serrano. And I added a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and then I added oregano, and I crumbled it up in there, and I let it sit overnight. Well, ideally overnight, but I didn't have time, so I did it for a couple hours, like 5 or 6. For my other topping, I have, I'm supposed to have lettuce, but I have spinach. Use whatever is in your fridge. So I have spinach. Your babies are about to get their veggies in with the spinach as their toppings. You can also do tomatoes and avocado, sour cream, whatever your family likes. You guys, do you guys want to make rice that will leave your suegra, that means mother-in-law, or make her fall out of her chair? Because it is amazing and it looks like you took forever to make it, but you made it in your rice maker. Come with me, let me show you. Do you like to make Mexican rice? Well, I love to make lazy Mexican rice. And recently I have rediscovered, and I'll say rediscovered because I purchased this gem about a year ago, and every time I would use it, I did not know how. So this is a really small rice cooker that I found on Amazon, and you can go to my Linktree to find it. I kept using it, and the rice was not cooking evenly, and I was feeling discouraged, and I just felt like my husband was like, there has to be a way that you can use it. So I finally discovered it, and so now we're gonna make the most amazing, delicious Mexican rice in under 15 minutes. So here I have my jasmine rice that I purchased at Costco, white jasmine rice, and I rinsed it and washed it, and it's been soaking in water for about 15 minutes. So now I'm gonna go ahead and strain it. And the way that I measure it with the cup that it comes with. So when you open it, it comes with this, and it comes with the cup and a spoon. So I measured it with the cup that it comes with, and I'm only making 1 cup. So if you wanna make more, you're welcome to do that. For your super easy Mexican rice, all you will need is the ingredients that you see here. So you'll need your rice cooker, and it'll be done in under 15 minutes. Your rice cooker with your 1 cup of washed rice. To this, you will be adding about a tablespoon of chopped cilantro if you'd like. And then we're gonna season gently with your preferred seasoning. So I like to put a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of onion salt. Then from here, I also like to add my chicken consomme, the tomato one, and that's what's gonna give it that red color without any tomato sauce, you guys. You are gonna love this rice. So this is how much I'm adding, and you can add based on your preference. See, I'm adding, because this is what's gonna give it the color, right? And this is our lazy Mexican rice. So my friend the other day asked me that when I use chicken broth in my dishes, that if I strain it, and the answer is yes. So when you are using chicken broth, sometimes the fat or the excess part of the chicken rises to the top, and that part you strain so that you can have clean chicken broth. So in this recipe, we are going to use fresh chicken broth that we just made as our liquid for the rice to give it an extra richness. We're going to measure 2 cups. So I'm going to be really That's 1 cup. Okay, so 2 cups and a little bit more of liquid. That's how much you need. We're gonna give it a mix and then we're gonna close it. Here is the spoon it comes with. So now I'm gonna give this a mix. Close it, and all I'm going to do, and I can even put it right here, you guys, you see that? All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn it on, press steam, and add the timer for 14 minutes. And in 14 minutes, our rice is gonna be done. Look, see, it's ready. I'm gonna open it now for the big reveal. Look at that rice. I'm gonna say gracias a ma y a pa. That means thank you, Mom and Dad, for giving me jasmine rice. Doesn't it look amazing?